Hello everyone, today we are going to learn about array of objects in Java. So we can write a sample program first, then we will create an object in the Java. So this is the sample program in the Java, and suppose we have another class like public class. Name of the class is movies or movie, and we have members of this class as name, name of the class, name, and we have another member in this class called rating, and we have a default constructor of this movie class, and in this default constructor we will take arguments of name string movie name, and we will have another argument like movie rating. This dot name equal to movie name, this dot rating equal to movie rating. And suppose we want to create object of this movie class, then how we can do it? We can create an object of this movie class like this, movie equal to suppose Titanic. Then we can pass the we can call the constructor with the new keyword. So new then movie constructor, and in this constructor we have to pass two arguments, movie name and rating. So movie name is Titanic and rating is 9. Okay, so we can print this object also like system dot out dot print ln Titanic. This will print class name of Titanic will be movie, then at the rate the hash code of this movie name. Okay, reference address of this movie name Titanic, reference address of this object Titanic. Okay, so it will print class name of this object. Class name of this object is nothing but movie, then at the rate, then reference address of this Titanic object. And we can also print name of the movie, which is Titanic dot name, rating equal to plus Titanic dot rating. Okay, and we will have semicolon. Okay, we will have semicolon. See, so what we are doing in this program, we have created a class movie, and in this movie we have instance variables like name, and we have rating. Okay, and we have this constructor in the class. So this constructor is accepting two arguments, a movie name and movie rating, and we are assigning instance variable, we are initializing instance variable using this constructor. Okay, in the main class we have our main method, then we are creating an object of the movie class. This movie class object is Titanic, and we are passing Titanic and 9 in the constructor. So this will be nothing but Titanic, this will be 9. So this dot name movie instance variable name will be Titanic, and this dot rating movie instance variable rating will be 9. Okay, and at line number 15 we are printing Titanic object. So it will print name of the Titanic object belongs to class movie. So movie at the rate reference address of this Titanic object. Okay, then at line number 16 we are printing name of this Titanic movie, Titanic dot name, and rating equal to Titanic dot rating. So this should work fine. Let's run this program and see the output. So this program will get executed from the main method only. Okay, so execution will start from the main method, and line number 14 will get executed. So execution will start from the main method only, and line number 14 will get executed. At line number 14 we are creating a object Titanic of this movie class. Okay, and we are passing Titanic and 9 in the default constructor. Movie name will be Titanic and movie rating will be 9. So instance variable name will have Titanic and instance variable rating will have 9. Okay, and here we are. Okay, so Let me run this. So Titanic object is created. Okay, this object, Titanic object is created. This is Titanic object. So what we are doing in the Titanic object, we are we are assigning Titanic and 9 value. Movie name will be Titanic and movie rating will be 9. And initially name this dot name, this name will be null and rating will be 0. So name and rating will have default values. String will have default value as a null and integer will have default value as a 0. Here we have here we will assign the movie name to the name instance variable. So we have assigned Titanic name to the name instance variable. Okay, this is name instance variable. Now line number 8 we will assign movie rating to rating instance variable. So rating is 9. Rating has become 9. Okay, this is movie instance. Okay, so our object, we have created our object. We have created our Titanic object, this Titanic object, and this Titanic object is referring to this movie instance. Okay, this is instance of this movie class. Okay, this Titanic object is nothing but instance of movie class. This is object of Titanic is object of movie class, and these value will be instance of movie class. So it will have name as a Titanic and rating as a 9. Okay, at line number 15 we are printing Titanic, so it will print this Titanic object will print class name as a movie and at the rate reference address of this Titanic variable. This Titanic object. So see, movie is printed because Titanic name of the class is movie and reference address of this Titanic object is nothing but this value. Okay, and at line number 16 we are printing Titanic dot name and we are printing Titanic dot rating. So name of the movie and rating of the movie will be printed. See, name equal to Titanic and rating equal to 9 will be printed. See here. Okay, so this is how we can create an object of the class, and we can print instance variable of this object also. Okay, suppose we had many number of movies like Avatar, like Batman. Okay, so like we can have one more object of the movie class. It was Batman, and movies. This will be Batman only. Okay, and we are printing Batman and Batman. Here will be Batman. So we have created another object Batman of this movie class, and we have assigned name of the movie as a Batman and rating of this Batman movie as a 8. So rating of this Batman movie will be 8 only. Okay, so this is how we can create multiple objects like 100 of objects or 10,000 of objects. And suppose we want to iterate through all the objects of movie class, then it will be difficult for us to iterate and print by using this line by line. Okay, it will become an overhead for us. So what we can do, we can create a array of these objects, array of this movie objects, array of objects of this movie class. So what we can do, we can remove this overhead by using array of these movie objects. Okay, so we can create array. Okay, data type of array will be movie class. Okay, data type of array will be movie class only, and we can write movies name of the array object, name of the array object will be nothing but movies equal to these variables like. So we can create array of this movie objects. Okay, so we can create array of movie objects like movie, and object name can be movies, then open and close bracket. Okay, then on the next line we can, here we have declared this movies object, movies array. Here we have declared movies array. Now we want to initialize this movies array also. So how we can do that? We can write movies equal to new, then data type is nothing but movie, and size of this array is 2 only. For sake of learning, we are having size as a 2 only. So here we have declared this movies array, and data type of this movies will be movie only, this movie class. And here at line number 23 we are initializing this movies array. So this is movies array, then with the new keyword we are initializing this movies array, and this is the data type of this movies array. Movie is the data type of this movies array, and we are passing the size as a 2 for sake of understanding. Right now let's assume we want to create only two movies, Batman and Titanic. Okay, so we can have system dot out dot println, and if we print like movies, then what will happen? Let's run this program and see the output. So we have seen earlier also. So initially uh, this movie name and rating, movie name will be Titanic and rating will be 9, and this Titanic object will be created. So see, right now we have Titanic object and we have name as a Titanic and rating as a 9, and now we are creating, we have printed Titanic object here at line number 15, and we are printing a Titanic name and rating as a 9 at line number 16. Okay, so line number 16 is printed. Then we are at line number 18, we are creating a movie object as a Batman. So this is Batman object, and it will have name as a Batman and rating as a 8. Okay, so this Batman object is created. Here we are printing Batman object, so it will print movie at the rate reference address of Batman object. So the movie is a class name, okay, for this Batman object, and this is the reference address of Batman object. Okay, and here we are printing line number 20. We will print Batman name and rating of the Batman, which is 8. We have declared 8 at line number 18. Okay, so we have two objects of the movie class Titanic, which will have movie name as a Titanic and rating as a 9. We have another object Batman, which has movie name as a Batman and rating as a 9 8. So we have two objects. Now we are creating movies array. Okay, movies array, and data type of this movies array is nothing but movie class. So let's run this line. So now we have movies array, and size of this movie array is nothing but 2. See line number 23. Size of this movie array is 2. And so initially we have created this movies array, but and we have initialized this movies array also. So initially it will have default value, because capacity of size of this movies array is 2, so 0 and 0th index and first index. So initially null will be stored in these indexes. Okay, initially default values will be null for this movies array. At line number 24 we are printing the movies array itself. So let's run this program and see the output, what happens. So this movies array is printed. See here. So this is movies array, and movies reference address of this movies array is nothing but this thing. This will be the reference address of this movies array. This movies object with the default values. Now we can assign some actual values, actual objects to this movies object, movies array. So actual objects are Titanic and Batman are the actual object of this movie class. So we can assign Titanic and Batman to this movies array. So we can do this movies first index will have Titanic, like we can assign Titanic to the first index. Okay, and movies, and on the on 0th index Titanic we have assigned. On the first index we can assign Batman. Okay, and yeah, and one more thing we can do, we can print this thing, we can print Titanic information using this movies array. So it will be stored into the movies 0. Okay, so Titanic dot name will be nothing but movies 0. Okay, because because Titanic is present at the 0th index. Titanic dot name, Titanic dot rating will be nothing but movies 0 dot rating. Okay, similarly we can do for the Batman also. Okay, and movies 1 will be Batman. Batman will be nothing but movies array of first index, and Batman dot rating will be movies first index rating, movies dot rating. Okay, so let's run this program and see the output. We are trying to create the Titanic object for the movies class. Initially, name and rating will be assigned. So name and rating will be assigned. So we have created this Titanic object. Now we will create Batman object. Now we have created Batman object and we are printing Batman object also into the output screen. See here, Batman will be printed. Batman is printed. Now we are creating movies array with that 2 size. Size of movies array is 2. It can hold 2 objects of movie class because data type of this movies array is nothing but movie class. Okay. So initially here at line number 21 we have initialized this movies array with the default value. So 0th index it will have null, at first index it will have null, and at line number 23 what we are doing, we are assigning Titanic to the 0th index. So 0th index will represent the Titanic object. See here, Titanic object. Are you getting? So 0th index will be referred to the Titanic object. Okay, and our first index is still pointing to null. So at we will execute line number 24. So our first index is pointing to Batman. So we have this movies array, which is type of movie. Okay, class name of this movies array is movie, and we have size of this movies array is 2. Okay, line number 21. So 0th index we are pointing to Titanic object, and first index we are pointing to Batman object. Okay, and at line number 25 we are printing movies 0 dot name. So movie 0 will be this thing, and this is referring to this Titanic object. Movie 0 dot name will be Titanic. Movie 0 dot rating will be movies 0 dot rating will be 9. Okay, and movies 1. Okay, we will go to movies reference array. Movies 1 will be this thing. Okay, this thing, and movies 1 dot name will be Batman. Okay, here Batman, and movies 1 dot rating will be 8, so it will print 8. So let's run this program. It will print first at for 0th index here line number 25 it will print Titanic and 9. So see, name equal to Titanic and rating equal to 9 is printed, and for first index it will print Batman and rating 8. So Batman and rating 8 is getting printed. So this is how we can create array of objects. We have our movie class, and we have created 2 objects, Titanic at line number 14 and Batman at line number 17, and we have assigned these 2 objects into the movies array. Like first index we have assigned, 0th index we have assigned Titanic object, and first index we have assigned Batman object, and we are printing these values using this movies array only. See line number 25 and 26. And what we can do here, we are first declaring the movies object, then we are initializing the movies object. So we can declare and initialize movies array in the one line itself. So something like this we can do. Okay, we have declared and initialized this movies object. Even then also our program will work fine. And here we are printing, we are accessing 0th index movie object, then first index movie object line by line. Suppose we had 100 of movies, so we have to write these kind of lines 100 times till 99th index, and we don't want to do that. So instead of doing that, we can apply a for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than size of the size of the array is nothing but movies dot length I plus plus. Then we can print using this statement. So we will not have 1 here, we will have I. Okay, movies dot I dot name, movies dot I dot rating. Okay, and we can omit this line of code. So let's run this program and see the output. So basically what we are doing, we are declaring and initializing this movies array in the one line itself, and we are printing the name and rating using the for loop. So if we have hundred of movies, hundred of objects in the movies array, even then also this for loop will do our work. Okay, we don't need to write this line of code 100 times, because we can use for loop, and through for loop we can print the name of the movie and rating of the movie. So let's run this program. So initially Titanic and rating will be printed. Okay, rating will be 9. Then Titanic and then Batman and rating will be printed. Okay, using the for loop. See, Batman and rating is printed. So this program is working perfectly fine. We have seen the output and this program is working perfectly fine. We can do few more optimization to this program, like here we are declaring and initializing this movies array in the one line itself, and so here we are initializing this array with the default values, and line number 22 23 we are providing actual actual object values to this array, movies array. Okay, so instead of doing uh, providing actual object values here at line number 22 and 23, we can provide actual values here itself using the literals. So here at 0th index we can provide Titanic, and on first index we can provide Batman. Okay, this will do our work. Even after optimizing, after doing this optimization, this program will work perfectly fine. Let's run this program and see the output. So initially Titanic object will be getting created, and we have created Titanic object, and Titanic, this name is reference to this actual object. Okay, and then we are creating Batman object. Okay, so this Batman object is created with the name as Batman, rating as a 9, and Batman name is just reference to this actual object. Okay, then we are at line number 20, we are declaring and initializing the movies array in one line itself, and we are initializing this movies array with the actual values. So now movies array will not have default values like null, it will have actual values like Titanic and Batman. Okay, so we have earlier we have printed movie class, then reference address of Titanic object, movie class, then reference address of Batman object. Now we are creating this movies array. So see, this movies array is created, and we have assigned Titanic object at the 0th index, and we have assigned Batman at the first index. Okay, now we are running into the for loop. I equal to 0, I less than movies dot length, and we know movies dot length is nothing but 2, because size of movies array is 2 only. So initially I will be 0. See, I will be 0, and 0 less than length, it is true. 0 less than 2, it is true. And here we are printing movies I is 0, movies of 0 dot name, movies dot 0 dot name will be Titanic. Okay, name is Titanic. Then we are printing movies I dot rating. Initially I is equal to 0, 0 dot rating, rating will be 9. So Titanic and rating will be printed. Okay, let me execute this line of code. See, Titanic and rating will be printed. So then I will become 1. Okay, I will become 1. 1 less than 2. Yeah, it is true. This condition is true. So we can execute this line of code. So what will happen at this line? I is 1. Movies 1. Okay, movies, this array, movies array 1. 1 dot name will be Batman, and movies I dot rating, I is 1, movies 1 dot rating, movies 1. Okay, movies array, then 1 dot rating is 8. So Batman and rating equal to 8 will be printed. So I will become 2. I will become 2. Okay, and we will compare 2 less than 2. 2 less than 2 is false, so we will come out of this for loop. Okay, so this program, execution of this program is completed, and we are successfully able to print the Titanic and rating of the Titanic object Batman and rating of the Batman object. So this is how we can create objects. This is how we can create array of objects. Okay,